Welcome to question hour session of Ajmal IS Academy. Here we will be discussing 5 MCQs on the daily newspaper, The Hindu and Indian Express. So let's start the session. Our first article is regarding helicase. Statement 1 says helicase is an enzyme involved in unwinding of two strands of DNA. This is a correct statement. Statement 2 says it uses energy derived from ATP to facilitate separation of the DNA strands. This is a correct statement. Statement 3 says its action result in synthesizing of the new complementary DNA strands. This is a correct statement as this is done by DNA polymer. So answer here becomes 1 and 2, that is A. Let's move on to the second question. The second question is regarding the term Vervi 102. Statement A says an indigenous satellite navigation system. Statement B says a gene editing therapy to lower LDL cholesterol. Statement C says captive breeding of endangered wild fauna. And statement D says development of a next generation nuclear reactor. Here the correct answer is statement B. Let's move on to the third question. The third question is regarding the Kurli Island. Statement A says they are a group of islands in the South China Sea disputed between China and the Philippines. Statement B says Russia and Japan have a territorial dispute over this island. Statement C says this island are jointly administered by Russia and Japan. And statement D says the International Court of Justice have declared the Southern Kurli Island to be international territory. Here the correct answer is statement B. Let's move on to the fourth question. The fourth question is regarding the Kudankulam nuclear power project. Statement 1 says the project is located on the eastern coast of India. This is a correct statement. Statement 2 says it is India's largest nuclear power station. This is a correct statement. Statement 3 says the reactor at Kudankulam are based on pressurized heavy water reactor technology. It is an incorrect statement as the reactors are based on VVER light water reactor. So answer here becomes 1 and 2, that is A. Let's move on to the fifth and final question. The fifth and final question is regarding National Tribunal Commission. Statement 1 says it will be headed by a former Supreme Court judge or a former Chief Justice of a High Court. This is a correct statement. Statement 2 says it will comprise 2 judicial members and 2 technical members. This is a correct statement. Statement 3 says it is completely independent from the executive control. This is a correct statement as it is not completely independent. So answer here becomes 1 and 2, that is A. That's all for today, and you can find all this question in our social media platform. Thank you.